Okay. All right. So let's do things. Let's see. There we go. All right. So let's come on over to the top edge of our mat for Samasthiti. So just taking a moment to root into the feet and rise through the crown of the head, and just give yourselves this opportunity to land and settle. And we will head into the opening chant. If you know it, feel free to chant along. If you don't, just simply listen, maybe mouth the words, because that's how I really learned. I learned by just listening and just trying to repeat it in my mind. Om. Vande Gurunam Charanad Vinde Sandar Shita Svatma Sukhabode Nishrayase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Halahala Mohashantiye Abahu Peru Shakaram Shankanchakrasi Dharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Om. A little bow that we typically do here is always to give thanks. So where is your gratitude practice today? And maybe this is the first time that you've brought it to light. But going ahead and just giving thanks to whatever it is that's floating around, because whatever is floating around is offering lessons. You can take the arms down by your side and let's head into some sun salutations. Ekam inhale, arms high, stretch up. Doi exhale, fold. Just notice the back body relaxing. Trini inhale, let's lift the chest halfway up. Chaturanga, fold, exhale. You can step or jump back if you're feeling spicy. Lowering down halfway or all the way. Just try to find your core. Punch it, inhale, opening into your upward facing dog or cobra. And shot, exhale, downward dog to lift the hips. So just take a moment to settle into your down dog. You can breathe and paddle and move. Maybe some things would feel good. Just noticing what it is you need in this moment. First thing in the morning, you might have pops and cracks in the body. Noticing that too. And then we'll go ahead and look forward, soft inhale, make your way back up to the top edge of your mat and lift halfway. Ashtanga, fold, exhale. Nava, inhale, let's come all the way up and stretch. And exhale, returning to Samasthiti. So let's take it again. Ekam inhale, get a little bit stretchier. Doi, exhale, fold and just a little bit more. Trini, inhale, pick it up about halfway. Chaturanga, exhale, make your way back to plank and lower down halfway or all the way. Punch it, inhale into your back bend. And shot, exhale, hips to the sky. So again, just finding your gaze point, finding your breathing, connecting to the body. How is the body moving? What does the body need? Maybe shake out the head a little. Just let the neck be long and decompressed. And then we'll go ahead and look forward, step or jump on up to the top. Rise halfway, inhale, and exhale to fold. Nava, inhale, let's come all the way up. Then exhale, Samasthiti. And again, Ekam inhale, get a little bit more. Doi, exhale, find your forward fold. Trini, inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, exhale, step or jump back. Use your core to lower. Punch it, inhale, use your core to lift the chest. Shot, exhale, use your core to lift the hips. Good. So just working on these transitions with the core engaged will be kind of the pivotal point to this practice today and always. As we're here, perhaps the core disengages. And then we'll re-engage the core to see if we can lift the hips a few more centimeters up. And then go ahead and look forward. Sapta step or jump on up. We'll lift halfway. Ashta fold, exhale. Nava, inhale, come all the way up. Really stretch. And exhale, Samasthiti. Taking it again. Ekam inhale, get a little bit more. Due, exhale, keep it flat back to fold forward. Trini, inhale, flat back to lift the chest. Chaturanga, exhale, step or jump back and lower. Punch it, inhale, pull the heart through center. And shut, exhale, lift the hips to the sky. And breathe through 1. 2, bring the chest closer toward the legs. 3, stretching out the armpits. 4, decompressing your spine. And 5, look forward, step to inhale, step or jump up, we'll lift halfway. Ashta, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, let's rise back up. Then exhale, Samasthiti. We'll take 1 more. Get a little bit more out of this. Ekam, inhale, a little back bend. Due, exhale, keep your back bend to fold forward. Trini, inhale, flat back to back bend. Chaturanga, exhale, suck your belly into step or jump back and lower down. Punch it, inhale, use your core, rise the chest. Shot, exhale, use your core, lift the hips. Again, just being here to stretch for 1. 2. 3, feel free to still paddle out the body. Maybe there's some additional movement that needs to happen. 4. And 5. Look forward, stop to inhale, step or jump on up. We'll lift halfway. Ashta, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale. Let's come all the way up and stretch. And exhale, returning to Samasthiti. So let's take 3 cycles of Surya B. Here we go. Ekam, inhale, find your chair pose. Due, exhale, let's bow it forward. Trini, inhale, pick it up halfway. Chaturanga, exhale, step or jump back, lower down. Punch it, inhale, upward dog. And shot, exhale, downward. We'll step right foot forward, step to inhale, rise on up. And taking the hands back to the floor. Step back and lower down. Feel free to drop your knees if this is tough. Inhale, upward dog. And the shot, exhale, downward dog. Ekadasha, the left foot forward. Rise to warrior 1. Inhale. And exhale, take the hands to the floor. Step back and lower. Trayodasha, inhale, upward facing. Chaturanga, exhale, downward dog. So just marrying breath with movement for 1. So in downward dog, there's not a lot of movement, but just see if you can find something. 2, maybe there's just the movement of wind in and out over your nostrils. 3, finding that location, lifting into your core a little more. 4. And 5, look forward, punch it and shot, step or jump on up, lift halfway. Shoulder shot, fold, exhale. Saptanasha, bend the knees, come back to your chair pose. Inhale, Samasthiti, exhale, taking it again, finding chair, get a little deeper. Inhale, Due, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, lift halfway up. Chaturanga, exhale, good step or jump on back. Squeeze your core to lower. Good punching, inhale, upward dog. Shot to exhale, downward. Right foot forward, come on up. Inhale. Ashta, Chaturanga, hands down, step back, use core, lower. Inhale, upward dog. Disha, downward dog. Taking left foot forward, Ekadasha, inhale, come up. And Dwadasha, hands down, squeeze belly, lower down. Inhale, open to upward facing. And Chaturanga, downward facing dog. For 1, 2, maybe relax for a moment. 3, then try to locate the core, pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. 4, Uddiyana Bandha, belly button, fly it upward. And 5, look forward, punch it a shot, step or jump on up. We'll lift halfway. Shoulder shot, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, up the shot. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, Samasthiti. We'll take 1 more. Ekam, inhale, get in there. Due, exhale, bow it forward. Trini, inhale, lift halfway. Chatori, exhale, step or jump back, lower. Inhale, open to upward dog, squeeze shoulder blades together. And shot, exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward, stop to inhale, get into the legs. Inhale, come up. And Ashtanga, hands down. Step back with control and lower. Inhale, open to upward. And good shot, downward facing. Left foot forward, get into the legs once again. Inhale, come up. Triota shot, hands down. Step back and lower. Inhale, upward facing. And Chaturanga shot, downward dog. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward, punch it and shot. Use your core to step or jump up. Lift halfway. Shoulder shot, exhale, fold. Bending knees, Sapta shot. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale to Samasthiti. Good, so let's step the feet out, hips width distance. Really push down into your feet, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, we'll fold. We're gonna grab for the big toes. First, middle fingers and thumbs, okay? Inhale, look forward. And away, exhale, engage your core to fold in. 1. Good, so as the core is engaged, pull on those toes. 2, so you can lift your kneecaps up. 3, 4, and 5. Trini, inhale, look forward, and exhale, stepping the hands underneath your feet, palms face up. So we're gonna massage those wrists. Ekam, inhale, and away, exhale, push the toes into the hands, let the head relax. 1. So try to find your core here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Trini, inhale, look up. And exhale, the hands come to your waist. Squeeze your waist. Inhale, rise on up to stand. And exhale, returning to Samasthiti. So let's go to triangle posture. Squeeze your core and let that take the leg back. Right leg back, pivot to the right, please. Inhale, and away, exhale. Use your core to get into your triangle posture. You might grab a hold of your toe or touch your shin. That's cool. 1. So just find it. 2, just ask the outside of that left hip to stretch. 3, maybe you're noticing behind your right leg. Pretty stretchy, this posture. 4, so you can engage your legs. And 5, Trini, inhale, come up. And Chaturanga, pivot to the left side, heading in, left side triangle posture. For 1, noticing outer right hip here. 2, maybe back of your left leg. 3, try to engage your legs and lift your chest. 4, good. And 5, punch it, inhale, come up. And exhale, pivot to the right. We're gonna find our way to revolve triangle posture. Taking left hand down to twist. Open the chest. 1, 2, 3, really rise the heart higher. 4, and 5, Trini, inhale, come up. Chaturanga, pivot to your left. Let's twist over the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Punch it, inhale, come up. Let's open the arms, good. And we'll step forward for Samasthiti. So step back with your right leg for warrior 2, please. Really pivot, find a nice deep warrior 2 over the right leg. And then taking your elbow to your thigh or that right hand to the floor. Just notice what you need from it. Breathing for 1, 2, pushing through that back foot. 3, this wants to be built on strong legs, so engage your legs. 4, and 5, Trini, inhale, come up. Chaturanga, pivot to your left. Find 90 degrees to your left knee first, and then head into your extension. Good. 1, 2, really engage your legs here. 3, the engagement of your legs will help your core to engage. 4. Good, 5, punch it, inhale, come up, and exhale, let's pivot to the right. So try 90 degrees with your right knee, we're gonna twist. Palms together to twist or open the arms. Just take a moment to settle in and keep that front knee at 90 degrees as much as you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come on up, and Chautauqua, pivot to your left. Bending left knee to 90 degrees. It's really hard to keep it there, but just see if you can. Twisting to your left side, maybe prayer twist. Maybe you're gonna open your arms. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Punch it, inhale, come up. Let's open. And we'll step forward for Samasthiti. Good, so we'll take 2 of the wide leg forward folds. Stepping back with right leg, Ekam inhale, hands to your waist, lift chest, and away, exhale. Fold, we'll take hands to the floor. Inhale, look forward, and Trini fold in. So this is an opportunity to, again, engage the legs and the core. Breathe for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chautauqua, inhale, look forward, and exhale, hands to your waist. Punch it, inhale, come up, and exhale. So we'll take the third posture. Ekam inhale, open the arms wide, and away, exhale. We'll bind the hands behind your back. You can always put something in between the hands, like a strap or a sock or something if needed, okay? Inhale, open across the chest, try to keep it stretchy, and fold, exhale. Take the arms up and past 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward, Chautauqua, inhale, come up, and exhale, release the hands to your waist, and we'll step forward for Samasthiti. Taking a hold of reverse elbows behind your back, or if you can reverse prayer hands, your hands, that's totally fine too. But just, coming up with some configuration back there so that way you can open the chest a little bit deeper. Let's take your right leg back, and we're gonna pivot and face your right leg. Take a nice inhale, lift the chest. And away, exhale, fold into your right leg. Try to bring the chin toward your shin bone. For 1, again, this one is foundationally built on the engagement of your legs. 2, so as you engage the legs, also engage your core. 3, 4, and 5. Trini, inhale, come up. And Chautauqua, pivot to the other side. Listen, if you have elbows behind you, see if you can switch the grip on your elbows, just for fun, okay? Inhale, and exhale, folding into left leg. Again, engage your legs to fold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Punch it, inhale, come up. Let's open to the right and stretch. And we'll step forward for Samasthiti. Good, so we will do the hand to big toe posture. I'll apologize in advance if it's not your favorite, okay? So hands to your waist. Please note this one does have a hold of the big toe, but if you're feeling like you just want to hang on to the knee the whole time, you do not have to have the leg extended, okay? So let's try it. Ekam inhale, picking up right leg, and away, exhale. We do fold into the right leg here, so maybe chin to the knee or the shin for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Trini, inhale, come up. And Chautauqua, exhale, open it out to the side. Take a moment to shift your gaze point for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, bring it back. And shut, exhale, fold back in with control. Sapta, inhale, come on up, hands to your waist and point your toes. 1, 2, lift the chest. 3, shoulder blades together behind your back. 4, and bring it on down for Samasthiti. Good. Let's take the other side. Engage downward to lift up with the left leg. Inhale and Ashta, fold, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Dasha, inhale, come up, and Ekadasha, stretch it out to the left. 1, 2, 3. Try to squeeze your standing butt cheek here. 4, and 5. Dwadasha, inhale, bring it back. Triodasha, fold, exhale. Come back up, Chaturdasha, hands to waist, point toes. 1, try to squeeze your elbows together behind your back. 2, lift the chest. 3, stand up a little taller. 4, and Samasthiti on 5. Good, so good. So half bound lotus forward fold could be is the next one, but it's typically kind of strange for people's knees. So let's do it in 2 parts. We're going to take figure 4 first, and then we'll do the half bound lotus just to play with it, okay? So right leg, find figure 4, dropping into rotation and right hip. See if you can steady your gaze, okay? Let's breathe for 1, 2, try to draw low belly in. 3, try to tuck butt under. 4, and on 5, inhale, come on up, knee toward chest, and exhale, Samasthiti. Rock out foot, and we'll do the other side. Picking up left leg, crossing it, and going into it. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come on up and lift, and exhale, Samasthiti. Good, so you can repeat that same one again, or you can go to half bound lotus. A little bit deeper if you're not sure about lotus, bring the heel toward your belly button to drop the knee. Maybe you stay here instead of forward fold, okay? If you're gonna take a little bit more, you can take the right arm around your back and work on the forward fold. So again, please feel free to go back to figure 4, okay? So don't hurt yourself just to try to find a posture. That's not the real yoga. The real yoga is to listen to what your body needs. Just breathe for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slow inhale, shift your gaze forward and rise all the way up. You can bring knee toward chest at the top. And exhale, release. Samasthiti. We'll do other side. Again, feel free to just stick with the figure 4. If it's okay to try to bring the heel toward the belly button, to drop the left knee toward the floor, take it on. But we just want to find the rotation in the hip. Okay, inhale. And maybe you're standing here, maybe you're squatting, maybe you're folding in. Let's breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly look forward and we'll squeeze to come all the way up. Big inhale, knee toward chest. And exhale, Samasthiti. Great job. So let's take vinyasa, top edge of our mat. We're not going to do the remaining standing postures. We're going to head into back bends and stuff from here. So here we go. Ekam, inhale, lift it. And away, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, halfway lift. Chaturi, exhale, use your core to step or jump back and lower down. Punch it, inhale, upward facing. And shot, exhale, downward dog. Good. So from here, please look forward, and we're going to hop through to a seat. So dropping down to your booty, you can grab your blocks if you want to use your blocks. We're going to do some L-sit holds. Good. Nice. So if you do have yoga blocks, grab them. Hands to blocks if you have them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take Dandasana. This is traditional, but we're gonna lift the butt off the floor, okay? So we wanna engage our legs. See if you can engage your legs so your heels lift away from the floor. And then walk your hands forward on your blocks. Lean forward, and we're gonna lift up the butt and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, rock out your wrists. We're gonna do that again, okay? Just lifting the butt today. If you wanna lift a leg, you can. Lift another leg, you can. Totally cool, okay? Setting it up, leaning forward. Find that jellyfish idea in pelvic floor region. And we'll go ahead and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, rock it out. We're gonna do one more. Even if you can't pick up your butt a lot, it's okay. Just try, even if it's just a thought, okay? Find your core, prepare the hands, lean forward a little, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down. Let's take our vinyasa. We'll cross your shin. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog to stretch. And exhale, downward dog to lift. Good. So we'll take a couple of primary series forward folds just to ready the hips. Going ahead and looking forward, make your way through to your seat. Good. So for this one, either tree pose with the right leg out to the side, or if you want to do lotus posture, half bound lotus, okay? You can take the right arm around your back if you're taking the lotus or the tree pose. We'll take a nice inhale to look forward and exhale, fold forward and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Grab your blocks again. We're gonna do another L sit hold, okay? This class today is gonna be kind of L sit hold focused. I think I told you that already, so we're gonna play with it. Walk hands forward. Again, even if it's just a thought, push down so much that your butt almost lifts, okay? Here we go. And lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Let's switch legs. Left leg out to tree or lotus. And take an inhale to pick up the chest. And exhale, folding into right leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Let's do one more L sit hold. Here we go. Hands could be on blocks. This time, maybe you pick up one leg for a breath, maybe the other leg for a breath. We'll just try. Here we go. Pick it on up, one leg up for 5. Switch the legs. 4, switch the legs. 3, switch the legs. 2, and 1. Drop down. Let's take your vinyasa across your shin. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, step or jump it on back. And lower. Inhale, open the chest, upward dog, really stretch it. Good, and exhale, we'll lift the hips. Good. So we are going to take the Marichasana C twist posture. So let's go ahead and look forward, step or jump through, try to use your core to do that action. And we'll bring the right knee toward your chest. We're going to take a twist to the right. This could involve an arm bind, but no pressure. More important here is to try to locate the twist into your upper back just as much as possible, okay? So pushing down and lifting up the heart and twist for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. We're going to do that L sit hold again. So walk hands forward, maybe on blocks. We'll lift and lower the legs if you want to play with that, okay? Here we go to lift. For 5, lift one leg. 4, lift the other. 3, lift the leg. 2, and 1. Drop down. We'll take the left knee to chest, twisting to your left. Again, trying to locate the twist into your upper back as much as possible. Pushing down, lifting up, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale forward and exhale, release. Let's take your vinyasa from here. You can cross your shins, squeeze, inhale to lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, lift into your upward dog. Notice your back mobility. And exhale, downward dog. So typically the twists actually really increase our upper back mobility. So it's good for the back bending process. We're going to go to Navasana, everyone's favorite core practice. Go ahead and look forward, squeeze your belly, and step or jump on through. Good. So level 1, toes on the floor. Level 2, shin bones up. Level 3, legs high, okay? You can take any of those, pepper them in. Let's breathe and go. For 5, draw low belly in, just find that support system. 4, try to sit up tall. 3, engage your arms if you can. 2, and on 1, we'll cross your shins, squeeze everything in from your core. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's do it again. And breathe for 5. Try to relax your hips. That's a harder part. 4, instead draw low belly. Draw the power from the low abdominals. 3, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, lift in. 2, and 1, cross your shins. Inhale, pick it up, really lift, lift, lift. And exhale, lower it down. Let's do it again. And lift legs, however you want to lift them is great. For 5, really find a nice Mula Bandha here. Lift in. 4, lift the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Cross your shins. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, we're going to step it back to plank. Now we are going to do a couple more boat poses in a little bit. So find your plank and lower down halfway. Inhale into your back bend. We want to stretch it. And make your way into your downward dog with your core. Good. So take a moment in your downward dog. Maybe paddle at your feet. Notice how your body's feeling right now. And then we're going to head into Shalambasanas. These are back bends on the belly. So come on forward to your plank on your breath in. And breath out. Lower down halfway with as much control as possible. Okay? Inhale. And exhale, drop the hips. Good. Pointing the toes. Take the arms back by your sides. I want to offer you interlaced fingers if you want to take that on. It's not super traditional, but it's nice for the shoulders. So go ahead, lift chest, lift legs, and breathe for 5. See if you can straighten the body, like lengthen and straighten the body. 4, as you do so, let that be the thing to lift you up. 3, draw into low belly. 2, and 1, release the hands to chaturanga, arms, squeeze for 5, upper back muscles. 4, push the pelvis down into the earth. 3, lift the chest a little taller. Good. 2, should be hard, yeah. 1, drop the legs, upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Paddle it out. Good, so we are going to go to half Bakasana from here. It's a nice stretchy one for the quads. So inhale, come forward to plank, find your core, and exhale, lower down halfway, squeeze belly. Inhale, and exhale, lower the hips. Put your left elbow on the floor, we'll grab the right foot behind you. Just find a stretch. It's more for your thigh, more for your hip flexors on the right side. But see if you can center your heart forward towards your horizon line. Just breathing. Noticing the quadriceps, the meaty part of the muscle. Hopefully that's where you're feeling it. If you feel this in the knee, you want to back off a little bit, okay? See if you can lift the chest a little. Maybe point through the toes of the straight leg. Good. Last breath in, just feel the stretch there. And exhale, slow and careful to release that leg. We'll switch legs. Drawing left foot in. Just attempting spinning the center of your chest towards your horizon line forward rather than to the side. And noticing the straight leg. Maybe it can be engaged a little bit just to assist the posture. Breathing into the meat of the left quadriceps. See if you can lift the chest a little higher. Maybe you can practice pushing the pelvis down into the ground. Take last inhale here and exhale. Let's release that leg. Good. We're going to make our way to upward dog. If it's too much for you, you can stay right here. Okay. Inhale if you're going to go there, upward facing, and exhale, downward dog. Good. We're going to take this into bow pose next. Everybody likes bow pose to some degree, but feel free to go back to the belly shalabhasana, the locust postures if it's tough. So come on forward to plank, inhale, exhale, lower down halfway, inhale, and exhale, hips down. So we're gonna work to grab the feet behind you so you can bend your knees, feet or ankles or pants. Again, stay on locust pose if it's really hard to grab the feet, okay? Going ahead, finding that engagement in the low belly and lift the heart, lift the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, try to lift up a little higher. Last inhale on 1, exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, inhale, upward dog. And exhale, core squeeze, downward facing dog. Paddle out your downward dog for a moment. Good, we're gonna make our way to camel pose. Look forward, we'll hop the knees to the front edge of your mat. So I'm just gonna show today padding up underneath my knees. I'm gonna roll up my yoga mat a little bit and put my knees on that, so feel free to do the same. Sometimes my knees really love it, so. Okay, so camel pose, we're gonna reach back and grab your feet. But that's not exactly the goal. The goal is to lift the chest and shift the hips forward, and maybe the feet, or maybe the hands connect to the feet, maybe. I like this option with the hands on my hamstrings behind me, and this is a good one. So wherever you're at, think about a nice rainbow from toes all the way past your crown. Try to shift the hips forward and lift the chest to accommodate that, okay? Going ahead, dropping back, and let's breathe for 5, 4, we're gonna do this again, so this one doesn't have to be super intense. 3, stay out of your low back, draw low belly in, please. 2, and on 1, inhale, come up. Exhale, we'll flip over the toes, just sit back onto the feet. Again, we're gonna do it again. So think about the emphasis on lifting the rib cage up and then finding a back bend because your rib cage is lifted, okay? We're gonna try it again. Come on up. Try the core engagement. Try that jellyfish idea of pelvic floor. Just think about kind of how jellyfish move in the sea and try to keep the lift up. As that happens, we're going to lift the rib cage, shift the hips forward, and maybe the back bend goes a little deeper. Maybe. Going ahead and finding your back bend. So breathe for 5, 4, more important that your core is engaged, your chest is lifted. 3, make sure you're breathing. 2, and 1, inhale, come up. Exhale again, flip over your toes, sit back. Mindful of your low back, okay? We want the upper back to be the mobile part here, not just the lower back. We're gonna do one more time, okay? If this is terrible for you, then you know you need to lift a little more and just stay present in the chest and the upper back and the core, okay? If it's okay for you, stay present in chest, upper back, and core anyway. Here we go, find it. Push down. Lift chest, shift hips forward, and just let the heart lift to the sky, okay? And breathe for 5, 4, 3, what's your core doing? 2, And one, inhale, come up. And exhale, sit back for a moment. If you have your mat rolled up, let's unravel it. We're gonna take our elbows to the floor for a dolphin pose. Lifting hips. So let's breathe into our dolphin, push the ground away with our elbows for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into a downward facing dog. And we'll inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, open into your back bend. Downward dog, exhale. Good. So we're going to do a couple more from the intermediate series. Please look forward. We'll hop the knees forward once again. Feel free to pad up underneath your knees. So this one will feel pretty fun. Well, that's debatable, but I love the word fun in relation to something that might be a little challenging. So just, conceptualize. You're going to have a good time here. And we're going to do something a little bit more Pilates style, although this is in the intermediate series as well. Take the arms forward, try to flatten your whole body in the front, and then we're going to lean back. Just try to keep it flat and breathe for 5. Squeeze the thighs toward each other, draw core in. 4, thank you, Joseph Pilates, for stealing this from Ashtanga. 3, 2, 1, come on up. And feel free to sit back because it's a lot for the thighs. We're going to do that one more time, okay? It is a lot for the legs, so please, if you're noticing anything in your knees, don't lean back so far, okay? Here's the thing I don't want you to do. Please don't lean back so much that you're like, oh God, I can't hold it, and then you collapse, because your knees can be really greatly impacted by that, okay? So let's do it again. Settle in, try to lengthen your body, arms forward. You can put a block between your hands and squeeze the block for a little bit more arm work, okay? Inhale, squeeze belly, lean back. Let's breathe for 5, 4, again, don't lean back so far that you collapse. 3, 2, 1, inhale, come up, and exhale. Let's take the hands to the floor. Make your way to a seat. We're gonna go back to boat pose. Navasana. We're gonna do 2 more. So find a little cushy spot to rest in, maybe a spot between tailbone and sit bones, just notice. And find your legs, find your low belly, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, lift the chest, 2, and 1, cross your shins, lift up, inhale, lift, 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 and exhale, lower down. One more time, get in there. For 5, squeeze belly. 4, really find core, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Vinyasa, cross your shins, inhale, lift it. Exhale, step or jump it on back, and lower down. Inhale into your open heart, lift it. And exhale, push the hips to the sky. Good. So we're going to go into a little bit more hip opening work. Let's go ahead and step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee to the floor. Good. So take a moment to settle into this Anjaneyasana. Pad up your back knee. Don't suffer if your knee does not like this on the floor. Hands to hips, just so you can take your tailbone and tuck it under, okay? And see if you can lift your chest from there. Elbows pull toward each other behind you. This is not an Ashtanga, but this is a good research posture to help open the hips. Arms to the sky. Let's breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring the hands in front of the heart, and we're going to try to grab your back foot behind you. So here's the thing about grabbing it. It's very awkward and strange, especially if your leg is trying to cramp up a little bit, but just doing your best. You might have to lasso your foot with a strap. You might have to come down to grab the foot. That's okay. The alternate is kind of the lizard twist that we do in the vinyasa classes. So if you love that one, feel free to go there. It would be opposite hand to the foot behind you. Good. Making sure you're breathing. Again, don't suffer, don't let your back knee suffer. Gorgeous. Take about 5 more rounds of breath. See if you can get a little bit more out of the stretch. Good, let's release the leg and we're gonna switch sides. So this is not very traditional nor beautiful, but that's okay, just simply switch sides. Again, put something underneath your back knee for stabilization, you know. And just let the dust land. You can take your hands to your hips just again to remind the directionality of your tailbone to drop downward toward the ground. It's easier said than done. For me, that requires a little movement of my pelvis and a little bit more low belly, pulling that in. Good, let's take the arms to the sky. Just think about that camel pose where we're lifting the chest. Let's breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring the hands in front of the heart. So here's the grab for the back foot. However it works for you is great. If this is not okay, you're going to drop down a little bit and just work to grab the leg, the foot behind you. And come into that lizard twist. Just a few extra things. Yes. And just be mindful because, you know, hip stabilization is really, really important here. We're opening, yes, but can we find a little core? Can we also drag the legs back into the sockets here? It's easier said than done because we're working on stretching the muscles simultaneously. Good. This one's wicked. So go ahead, we'll slowly release that. We are going to float through a vinyasa. So take your time, try to find your core into the low belly. Just keep your awareness there to lower down halfway or all the way. And we'll lift and lengthen into your upward dog before making your way back into your downward dog. We are going to go into one more research posture. We'll head into puppy pose from here. Inhale to plank. Exhale, drop the knees. This one's really great for shoulders, especially if shoulders are feeling tight or tense, but you could also go to child's pose as an alternate. If you're going to puppy pose, we keep the bum lifted, we drop the chest down toward the earth, and we just work on breathing. Breathing smoothly and steadily and easily. Good, so we'll slowly come all the way back up. You can take cat and cow if you want to take some cat and cow. You can do a vinyasa if you want to do a vinyasa just for some fun additional strength building. And we will meet at the front edge of our mat in a seat. So taking your time to get there, just be intentional about how you move with that core engaged, okay? We are going to make our way into back bends from here. So it could be bridge pose or wheel pose. These are the finishing back bends. I know we've done a lot of back bends already. So let's lower down onto our backs. Bridge pose has just the hips up. Wheel pose has the hands by ears. So choose your back bend. And let's go ahead, we're gonna do 3 of them. And lift on up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Breath in, lift a little more on 1. Breath out, drop down halfway or all the way. Feel free to level it up or down. Use your core and lift back up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift a little more on 1. Inhale. Exhale halfway or all the way down. One more time. Come on in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift on 1. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down. Slow. Please take your legs to the sky. 12 o'clock. Noticing your back. Noticing the desire to pant. Try to slow down your breathing. If this turns into a backwards roll, you can take Chakrasana. Otherwise, we're going to rock on up to your seat and take a nice forward fold. Okay? Good. Inhale and exhale. Just relax and breathe into your forward fold. Rounding the body. Maybe noticing the increased mobility, flexibility, stability, and strength. Noticing anything in the body that might be talking to you here today. I know for me, after back bending, this is pretty awesome, but I do have to use my core in these forward folds, especially after a lot of back bending. So see if you can find your core. See if you can relax your muscles everywhere else. And we'll take the next inhale to slowly come up and exhale. Vinyasa time. If you want to vinyasa, do it. If you're done with vinyasa, skip it. We're going to go to the wall for some inversions. And of course, there's always the full finishing. If you want to take full finishing, Ashtanga wise, please feel free. Inversions on the wall, okay? We're going to take our feet, pretend I have my feet on a wall. We're just going to measure the distance between feet and bum, okay? And then I'm going to put my hand down and I'm going to spin around and put my elbows where my butt just was. And then I'm going to lift up into dolphin pose before walking my legs up the wall, okay? So for me, you'll be able to see me more linearly. I will do it this way so that you can see what that looks like. You can walk the legs up as much as you want to walk them up. But the purpose here is to just be inverted. And trying to find at least 3, 5, maybe 10, 15 rounds of breath. Just playing with your inversion. Your feet could always be on a chair. Good. If you came down out of that, feel free to go back in after like a little rest, just to relax your shoulders, because this is a lot of shoulder work today, a lot of upper body strength and core strength today. Yeah, it looks good. Nice. If you are going into that elbows on the floor, dolphin pose, legs up the wall thing, try to keep your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. So that way your elbows don't splay out, because we don't want that. The splay will actually destabilize the inversion. So we want the elbows to be in line with the shoulders, okay? And yeah, feel free to do it on your hands if you want to do more of a handstand. But same thing, the hands underneath the shoulders, okay? Awesome. So good. Again, feel free to come down, take a quick rest, and just drop into one more inversion. Whatever that might be for you is totally fine. Awesome. And some folks are going into shoulder stands, the fuller finishing of the Ashtanga practice. Maybe the head standing comes next if you want to go to headstands. Just trying to find a place where the breathing is possible. The connection of breath to core remains of the utmost importance. Good, nice. Yeah, just take your time with it. There's no real rush. There's folks who are finishing up. Feel free to take a little supine twist, a little happy baby. Just things that feel good for you. Good, nice. We did a lot of, emphasis on core work today. Whether or not your core responded is a whole other thing. It's a whole other ballgame. Because it takes a lot of training to sync the movements with your core engagement. More so than I ever thought. They make it sound so simple. Breath, bandhas, drishti, right? That's it. That's all you have to think about, they say. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're lucky if our core helps us out intentionally in the movements that we create. So this is a great place for us to practice those things because we want the core to engage. We are going to make our way into Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, you can lower down. And this would be a place to disengage the core. And it's also said that Ujjayi breathing at this point can also kind of float off in the breeze, but I love Ujjayi breath as I rest in Shavasana. It helps everything calm down. So I offer that to you if that's something that you feel excited about. And taking the next inhale to just bring yourselves back into the space, wherever your mind traveled, whatever far off distant journey you were on, might you just come right home with the breath. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, moving head. And stretching out the arms in whichever direction feels reasonable and amazing. And draw the belly in once again to bring the knees toward your chest. You can land over onto the right side. Just take that beautiful pause before making your way all the way up to your seat. If the palms join in front of the heart, beautiful. If not, don't worry. But sit up tall once again. Notice the strength from within. And as you do so, we'll take that bow one more time to give thanks, to honor this practice, to honor our bodies for being the vehicles for change, and to honor this breath for being the vehicle for presence. We'll close with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Thank you all so much for joining. Namaste. Thanks for coming in today, everybody. Beautiful work. So much stuff with the back bend.